Today, I'll be putting Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes in the WWE to see who can win the most WWE titles in 1 year. Let's see who's a better quarterback ahead of the Super Bowl in 1 week. What is going on, guys? We are back with another WWE 2K23 Universe Mode video, and today we have the two Super Bowl quarterbacks going head to head in WWE Universe Mode. Now, I am really excited for this one, guys. By the way, let me know what you guys are most excited for in WWE 2K24. I am really excited for that game. I always love when these new games come out, and I'm always excited to see what the devs have in store for us. Anyway, let's get right to it, starting off with Monday Night Raw. By the way, it will be Brock Purdy representing Monday Night Raw and Patrick Mahomes representing Friday Night SmackDown. And there will be no Brock Purdy on the opening episode of Raw. First episode of SmackDown, will we be seeing Patrick Mahomes? Okay, this is special. We have Bray Wyatt versus Patrick Mahomes in a one-on-one match in the main event of Friday Night SmackDown. I mean, if we want to be kicking things off right, this is absolutely what we want to be seeing. I don't know whether I should simulate it or watch it, but given it's the first match, we will simulate. And Patrick Mahomes walks out with the win in his first ever SmackDown match. I mean, that's why Patrick Mahomes is just the GOAT, honestly. Second episode of Monday Night Raw and the final episode of Monday Night Raw before WWE Backlash. Can we get Brock Purdy on the show? Again, no Brock Purdy on Monday Night Raw. Damn, what is it going to take for us to see Brock Purdy? Is Patrick Mahomes really the better quarterback, or is this just a WWE thing? Alright, we are 2 nights before WWE Backlash. Will we be seeing Patrick Mahomes for the second time on SmackDown? And sadly, we will not be seeing Patrick Mahomes. However, we do get a banger of a match. Roman and the Usos versus Bray Wyatt, supported by Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy. I mean, that is a stacked lineup right there. We are at WrestleMania Backlash. Will one of us be on the show? And more importantly, will Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy be going for a world title this early on? Let's find out. Okay, Roman Reigns versus Edge in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE title. That means Patrick Mahomes will not be going for the title this pay-per-view, and I do not believe I saw Brock Purdy at all. Okay, that's fine, but let's just see who wins this world title match. And Roman, of course, will retain the world heavyweight title, as always. Okay, the Raw after Backlash. Will Brock Purdy have any momentum now? I mean, we didn't start off very strong with Purdy. At least Mahomes got a match. Let's see if Purdy can make his Raw debut. Brock Purdy versus Edge in a one-on-one match. You know what? This is big. This is actually a very big match for Brock Purdy. Currently, Patrick Mahomes is 1-0. Brock Purdy is 0-0. Can Brock Purdy become 1-0? And Brock Purdy will price match Patrick Mahomes and become 1-0 on Monday Night Raw. Week 3 of May, and Patrick Mahomes will be getting a match against Roman Reigns. And guys, this makes me incredibly excited. This means we might be starting a rivalry against Roman Reigns. If there's anyone in this company we want a rivalry with right now, it has to be Roman Reigns. There is no other good option. But more so, can we beat Roman Reigns in our first match against him? Let's find out. We've done it! Roman Reigns, sit your ass down. We get the win against Roman Reigns in our second ever match on SmackDown. Can we talk about how we've just beat Bray Wyatt in our first one-on-one, and then straight to the champion Roman Reigns for the dub? Let's get it. Also, a quick note, Money in the Bank is on the horizon right now. So if there's any opportunity for us to win that title, it is going to be Money in the Bank. If we win that briefcase, the things we can do with that briefcase are endless. Anyways, on to the final Monday Night Raw before Hell in a Cell. And sadly, no Brock Purdy on the go-home show to Hell in a Cell. But that's okay, that's fine. Maybe he will get booked at the pay-per-view. Friday Night SmackDown will... speak of the devil, Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. Okay, you know what? I really am a fan of this match. The only thing that's concerning me a little bit is we've not started the feud with Roman Reigns. But, you know, I'm a big fan of Karrion Kross, so this match excites me a lot. Can we go 3-0 on SmackDown? This will be crazy if we can go 3-0. Sadly, we cannot go 3-0, but you know, 2-1 on SmackDown. We've had some of the top competitors straight off the get-go. No mid-carders whatsoever. Straight for the world champion material. And it'll be Roman Reigns facing off against Brock Lesnar. Okay, so maybe that's the thing happening in the Hell in a Cell. But I still have hopes for us being in that match. Between Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes, there's no way one does not eventually get a title match. Hell in a Cell, ladies and gentlemen. The most devastating structure in all of sports entertainment. And we potentially might be entering that in just a matter of moments. Let's find out. Okay, Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio, and it turns out they actually were in a rivalry. So yeah, that was out of the question. Can Brock Purdy get a match for the Universal title, however? Wait, I need to double check that there is a world champion on Monday Night Raw real quick. Is there actually a champion on Monday Night Raw right now? I'm not quite sure if there is. Oh, okay, this makes it actually more interesting. It turns out Roman Reigns is defending his title against both SmackDown and Raw superstars. So they, in theory, could be in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Just saying. Imagine that though. Brock Purdy versus Patrick Mahomes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Damn. We are back to Monday Night Raw and we have our sights set on the big prize. And yes, I am talking about Money in the Bank. Ooh. Oh, I like that. I really, really like this. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Purdy in a one-on-one match. We have the American Nightmare, ladies and gentlemen, but can we get the win? And sadly, Cody does take the win on this one, which I believe makes Brock Purdy one-on-one. Natalya and Patrick Mahomes versus Charlotte Flair and Angel. I mean, if someone can give me some backstory as to how the hell this came up, be my guest. But you know, we take it. We've got Natalya, one of the veterans on the women's roster. I mean, can we ask for a better partner? Maybe we can. We could have got Charlotte Flair, but you know what? Me and Natalya, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Watch. Alright, we are at the Monday Night Raw before Money in the Bank, where we'll be seeing Brock Purdy get some momentum ahead of the big pay-per-view. Sadly, we will not be seeing Brock Purdy. Alright, final SmackDown before Money in the Bank. And you guys need to remember, if we do win this briefcase, the possibilities are endless. Like, not only can we go for the world title, we can go for the Intercontinental title, we can go for the United States title. I mean, just winning that briefcase automatically means we probably will become a champion. I'm not quite sure what the stats are, but I think there's been a lot more people who have successfully cashed in than not. I mean, obviously you've got Austin Theory, who cashed in on Monday Night Raw and lost to a US champion. We've got Otis, we've got Baron Corbin, we've got Brock Lesnar, some of the weirdest Money in the Bank winners. But we will not be one of those Money in the Bank winners. We will be a successful cash in, and we will also be booked on this show right now. Patrick Mahomes versus Roman Reigns part 2, run it back. I don't think we were able to get the dub last time, but this time, watch. That is how it's done. We get the win against Roman Reigns in one-on-one action on Friday Night SmackDown. Money in the Bank is upon us. The pay-per-view we have been waiting for. This is our glorious golden opportunity to potentially become a world champion. All we need to do is win a simple briefcase. I don't care if it's Brock Purdy. I do not care if it's Patrick Mahomes. Someone go get that briefcase. We're not in the match, guys. We are not in the ladder match. Neither of the NFL players have made it to the ladder match. But maybe that's because we're about to get a world title match. Let's find out. Surprise, surprise, Roman Reigns didn't even show up to the pay-per-view. On to the next. Alright, we are now in the heat of the summer, just a week away from SummerSlam. Well, actually, I think it's this weekend. But nonetheless, this is the go-home show before SummerSlam. Will we be getting booked and will we be getting some momentum ahead of the big pay-per-view? And no Brock Purdy on this show. Maybe we'll get some better luck on the go-home SmackDown to SummerSlam. Let's find out. We have the powerhouse of positivity, none other than Big E Langston. And of course we get crushed by the big meaty man. Alright, we are now at SummerSlam, but just a quick recap. Patrick Mahomes is now 4-2 on SmackDown and Brock Purdy sits at 1 win and 1 loss on Monday Night Raw. Guys, we cannot get booked on these pay-per-views. Like, we're appearing on SmackDown, we're appearing on Raw, but the pay-per-views come and we're just nowhere to be seen. However, Santos Escobar gets a shot before we do. Since when was Santos Escobar ever in the world title scene? I mean, he would be a great world champion, to be honest. That guy can move, but nonetheless, why has he got that match over Patrick Mahomes? Alright, I know you guys see it. It is Clash at the Castle coming up this Sunday, and my favorite pay-per-view. And let me tell you why it's my favorite. You know what? Let me show you why it's my favorite pay-per-view. Do you see this right here? This is my first ever WWE pay-per-view that I attended. And I got 7th row on that. So if you go back to Clash at the Castle, you might actually see me on the 7th row. Like, I was camera side and everything. Anyway, Monday Night Raw, can Brock Purdy finally get a match? I feel like it's been a good 6 months since Brock Purdy's got a match. We're now in September. We started this in around April. Again, no Purdy, and I feel like we're just getting the same matches. Roman Reigns versus Edge, Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. I feel like I've seen those matches before. Alright, go home SmackDown for Clash at the Castle, and we get Madcap Moss. I genuinely forgot about this guy. I mean, he was a great athlete. Like, I saw him in person, absolute freak of an athlete. But we're going for the world title here. This is not who we want to be up against. On the bright side of things, Patrick Mahomes does pick up another win, and that puts him at 5 wins and 2 losses. By the way, I think it's worth us just checking right now whereabouts we are in the rankings, because we might have significantly dropped. I know when we first started, I think Patrick Mahomes was 3rd in the division, and Brock Purdy was also 3rd in the division. Oh yeah, damn. Brock Purdy has significantly dropped. He's now 8th in the division. I don't know if I should manually move him up, but we'll give him a couple more weeks. If he continues to fall, we'll put him back up a little bit. And as for Patrick Mahomes, okay, yeah, no, Patrick Mahomes is climbing. You know what? Maybe I won't mess with it. I'll just let WWE 2K do what they need to do. But Patrick Mahomes is now 2nd, 1 spot behind Bray Wyatt. So if we can take out Bray Wyatt, you know what that means. Just saying. Clash at the Castle time. We're in Cardiff. We're main evented by Cody Rhodes. It's the first week of September. Will any of us be on the show? There is not a single title on the show except for the United States Championship. Mustafa Ali versus Omos. Not a single title on the entire show. What is going on, WWE 2K? I mean, after that absolute mess going into Clash at the Castle, we have Extreme Rules coming up. My hopes are low, guys. Like, I'm going to need you guys to like the video. I'm going to be real. These videos really get my hopes down. So all I can ask from you guys is a like, and even drop me a comment and let me know who you want me to put in WWE 2K next. It feels like 10 months since we've seen Brock Purdy on Monday Night Raw. And maybe it'll be another 10 months until we see him again. Damn! What a match. Okay, let me read this one out. We have a fatal 4-way match on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns versus Brock Purdy versus Edge versus Seth freaking Rollins. And that lineup for me sounds incredible. And you know what sounds even more incredible? A win above Brock Purdy's name right now. Let's see if Brock Purdy can get it done. Of course, Roman Reigns gets a win. On to the next. The go-home show before Extreme Rules. Patrick Mahomes is doing very well in the division. Like, I have hope. If anyone's going to win a world title this video, I really do think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. And if anyone wins the Super Bowl this year, I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. These fatal 4-way matches are popping off. Oh my God. And who's the common denominator here? None other than Roman Reigns. Let me read this one out for you one more time. We have a fatal 4-way match on Friday Night SmackDown. Roman Reigns versus Big E versus Patrick Mahomes versus Brock Lesnar. I like this match so much, and I like it even more if Patrick Mahomes can get a win. How is that humanly possible that Roman Reigns wins both fatal 4-way matches? There's like a 1 in 7 chance that he does that, and he's still managed to pull it off. Absolute joke. First week of October, and we have the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Things are about to get things are about to get messy. Things are about to get extreme. Okay, we have Dexter Lumis versus Mustafa Ali for the United States Championship. And we have Edge versus Roman Reigns. I feel like that, I know that happened at Money in the Bank in like 2021. But we don't need this, guys. We have other contenders. It does not need to be Edge or Brock Lesnar every single time. Alright, so as we currently stand, Patrick Mahomes is 5-4 in matches on Friday Night SmackDown, and Brock Purdy comes in with only 2 wins and 1 loss on Monday Night Raw. We have Survivor Series War Games coming up next. Even though it wouldn't be a world title opportunity, I would not be mad if we get put in that War Games match. We see Brock Purdy see the light of day one more time, and he will be facing Finn Balor in a one-on-one main event. I think that's a pretty good position to be in. We've got Brock Purdy in a rivalry. We've got a main event in Monday Night Raw. I mean, I think he's starting to pick up. He might be climbing the ranks again. If he wins this match, we'll really know if he's about to climb the ranks. Come on! Brock Purdy with the win on Monday Night Raw. It feels way too long. You know what? Let's check what that does for Brock Purdy on the leaderboard. Exactly. Brock Purdy is now in number 2. He's behind Brock Lesnar. Like, there's only room for one Brock here, and that's going to be Brock Purdy. As for Patrick Mahomes, he has now dropped to number 4, but you know what? I'm not concerned. I think he will climb back up very, very soon. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, will we be seeing him on the go-home show to Survivor Series War Games? This is what we like to see before a pay-per-view. Patrick Mahomes, Roman Reigns. And to be completely honest, I don't care who wins. As long as we can start a little bit of beef, we can carry on the beef. We can carry on the beef of Survivor Series. I don't mind that. We can put like a world title on the line or something. What's quite weird though is that even though Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes are both going for Roman Reigns, they're actually going for different titles right now. So Patrick Mahomes is going for the Universal title, whereas Brock Purdy is going for the WWE title. This man is undefeatable. Like, what does it take to beat Roman Reigns? People, it is time to survive. It is time for our survival instincts to kick in as we are now entering Survivor Series War Games. And we will not be in the War Games match. However, we will be seeing Imperium and Sheamus versus Marseille, Sami Zayn, Shanky, and Drew Gulak. Do I really care who wins that? No. Who do I think will win that? Imperium. Okay. I'm not mad about that. I think we have our first pay-per-view match, and it'll be Finn Balor versus Brock Purdy at Survivor Series. Not a shabby first opponent on the big stage. And we get a pay-per-view win. I'm even tempted to make that count as 2 wins. But you know what? We're going to stick to 1 win. We'll make it fair. And as for the War Games match, of course, Imperium and Sheamus take the win. Alright, I'm kind of tempted to just skip over day 1 and go straight for the Rumble, because ain't no one got time for day 1. Who really says day 1 is my favorite pay-per-view of the year? It is such a pointless pay-per-view. Alright, we'll go a few shows before Royal Rumble and get a little bit of a build-up, because we are now officially on the road to WrestleMania. We're 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble. We could have got a main event caliber opponent, but no, we get put against Cedric Alexander. And you know what? A win's a win, and I know Brock Purdy is about to clutch up this win right now. And damn right, Brock Purdy gets a win on Monday Night Raw. By the way, Brock Purdy has officially overtaken Patrick Mahomes. Brock Purdy is now 5-1, whereas Patrick Mahomes is a disappointing 5-5. Even though he's had more appearances on SmackDown, that has not necessarily worked to his favor in this universe mode. We have a rivalry, guys. It is Patrick Mahomes versus Brock Lesnar in a rivalry on SmackDown. Can we get the win against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar? Come on, we beat Brock Lesnar. How can we not beat Roman Reigns? Like, we're just smoking Brock Lesnar in maybe one of our first matches against him. I mean, we have a rivalry against him, which means we probably had a few matches against him before, but a win's a win. We've got a match against Brock Lesnar. All right, we are at the final Monday Night Raw before the Royal Rumble. Is this our time to shine? If there was any time to shine, it's gotta be before the Royal Rumble. If I was a fresh superstar, I'm looking to do one thing, and that is win the Royal Rumble, because that is my ticket to main event WrestleMania, and arguably the easiest ticket to main event at WrestleMania. Okay, we are against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Brock Purdy, can you get this dub? And it will be Brock Purdy, who is on absolute smoke right now, just undefeated did, getting the win against Cody Rhodes. And as for SmackDown, we will be opening the show in our rivalry against Brock Lesnar. I mean, if we can go 2-0, we've got something special here. Does that count as a loss? We're going to have to check the news here. I have no idea if that's a loss. Patrick Mahomes attacked Brock Lesnar after the match by using a kendo stick. After the attacker has shown how far he wants to go with his rivalry, fans are eager to see how his opponent will get even. So yeah, we didn't actually have a match against Brock Lesnar. We just attacked him after his match. However, the Royal Rumble is now upon us. Let's just get right into it and see if we win this Royal Rumble match. Okay, of course, Brock Lesnar's got his match against Patrick Mahomes. First and foremost, our long rivalry against Brock Lesnar, and we take a big fat L at the Royal Rumble. There's still hope though, guys. There is still the men's 30-man Royal Rumble. Let's check if we won. Randy, did you need that win? Like, okay, we're friends. Randy, did you need that win at this Royal Rumble? Like, just being completely honest, did you need that win? These veterans, man, always stealing the spotlight. Alright, it is a Monday Night Raw before the Elimination Chamber, and we're in a juicy triple threat match. We have Brock Lesnar versus Brock Purdy versus my favorite superstar of all time, and that is Mike The Miz Mizanin. And yes, guys, I'm not making that up. The Miz is legitimately my favorite wrestler of all time. I love The Miz. Okay, Brock Lesnar gets the win. Not mad about that, but it is what it is. However, that will only be Brock Purdy's second loss in this entire Universe Mode series, which is pretty impressive. SmackDown before Elimination Chamber, and we have the champ. I think we've gone against him about 3 or 4 times, and we've not managed to get the win. And you know what they say? 5th time lucky. I'm convinced there's something in the algorithm that does not allow you to win against Roman Reigns. I genuinely believe you cannot win against Roman Reigns. Do you know what? Scrap everything I've said before. Royal Rumble was not our best chance of getting a world title shot. Money in the Bank was not our best chance of getting a world title shot. The Elimination Chamber, however, is going to be our chance. I mean, there's 6 guys in that chamber. If we get in, if we even can get inside that chamber, our chances are incredibly big of winning that title. We're in the chamber. We have made it into the Elimination Chamber. 6-man Elimination Chamber match. We have Brock Lesnar versus Seth freaking Rollins versus Mike The Miz Mizanin versus Roman Reigns versus Brock Purdy versus Finn Balor. This is it, guys. I'm not about to watch a whole half-an-hour Elimination Chamber match, but let's see if we can get this win. Okay, you know what? I have 2 things to say on this. First of all, I'm not mad that Finn Balor won. I'm happy that Roman didn't retain. Second of all, out of everyone I can see here, I think Finn Balor might be the easiest to beat for the title. So that probably benefits us the most. Realistically, are we really winning our first world title match against 5 of the best in the business? Probably not. But are we going to beat Finn Balor in a one-on-one at WrestleMania? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. The time is almost here, guys. I can see that WrestleMania logo. It's coming and it's very near. Okay, we will be facing off against Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw, and we will be getting the win. Brock Purdy is crazy OP right now. The final show before WrestleMania. Please, Lord Almighty, give Patrick Mahomes this win against Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match on SmackDown. Please do it for the love of God, do it for the WWE gods, and do it for Redway. The things I will give for a win against Roman Reigns on Friday Night SmackDown. Can we do it? I have no faith. I'm not even going to look. I'm not going to look. Wait, how do I... WrestleMania is upon us, and it will be taking place in the AT&T Stadium down in Dallas, Texas. Can one of us get booked? This is what we've been working towards this whole video, just for this moment. One moment is all we're asking for. One simple moment. 3 counts on that mat and 1 raise of a world title. Alright, you know what? We're going to go through this match card and we are going to go one by one and see if we are booked. We have Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair for a SmackDown Women's title. We have Karrion Kross versus Sheamus. We have Cedric Alexander versus Veer Mahaan. Shout out to Veer Mahaan. We have Otis and Chad Gable versus the Street Profits. I don't know why I didn't just say the Alpha Academy. We have Imperium versus, I wanted to say the New Day, but that is not the New Day. That is Marseille and Kofi Kingston. We have the Usos versus the modern day Maharaja. We have Rhea Ripley versus Candice LeRae. Seth freaking Rollins versus The Miz. What a fire match, by the way. That actually might be one of my dream matches. Santos Escobar versus Brock Lesnar. I think that would be an absolute fire match. AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio. Again, an absolute fire match. I just know that match would pop off. Edge takes a world title spot for the WWE title, at least, against Finn Balor. We've still got hope though. We've still got the Universal title. Becky Lynch running it back with Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title. Big E versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. Before we jump to conclusions, have we even been booked on the show? Main event for the US title, Mustafa Ali, Johnny. Okay, come on, that's not on. It's not on. I guess we're just gonna have to see who wins the world title. Maybe we might cash in with our imaginary money in the bank. Who knows? Roman Reigns gets a win. Surprise, surprise. And Finn Balor retains his WWE title. So guys, that did not work out for us, and we were unable to win a world title in this universe mode. However, we do have a winner. And that winner, ladies and gentlemen, goes by the name of none other than Brock Purdy with 7 wins and 2 losses. Patrick Mahomes finished this universe mode with only 6 wins and 8 losses. So it will be Brock Purdy and the Niners who take the W. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit the like and hit subscribe and comment who I should put in universe mode next. And until next time, peace.